we hope these lessons will help you improve your daily speaking skills. And we've decided to go through some grammar too, so that it would enable you to speak better English.
Okay, can you go to the next slide, please? Can you, yes.
Next.
Yes. No, just one moment.
Yeah.
One back, please. Yes, we want to suggest that everyone should try to practice speaking in English with your friends, your co-workers, so that you can improve your English further. So we hope you will take this suggestion and try to speak more, because if you practice more, your English will improve. Okay, so I hope everyone in the class will do some practice with their friends. Okay, thank you. So next slide, please. Okay, so, yeah, next, yes. So today's lesson we will cover some English grammar to help us speak better English. The topic is nouns. Nouns are words that we use for the name of people, for places, for name of dates, animals, and many things. Example, when a person's name like Senthil or Geeta and David, Mary, or any person like a boy, a nurse, a policeman, a postman. Can you give some example of a word that we use for people? Anyone? Postman, nurse. A word like nurse or postman is a name for a person, and that word is called noun. Okay, so anyone like to give another noun? Any nouns? A word, if you say the nurse is in the hospital, the nurse is a noun. Sorry, yes? Who's anyone giving the answer?
I think we can move on. It's okay.
Okay, so we have names of places. So an airport or Singapore, the name of a country, the name of a city, or you could say a hospital, the market, all are names of places and they are nouns. Even names of roads like Orchard Road or a building, Ishun MRT or Takashimaya, all of that, if you have a sentence where you say Orchard Road is very busy, Orchard Road is a noun. A name for a date like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on, or a date of the name of a month, January, February, March. Suppose I say January is very rainy. So January is the name of a month. It is a noun. Cat, animals, all different kinds of animals, the names are nouns. Like if I say the cat is crying. So the word the cat is a noun. Or a bird, fish. The fish swims. So when I say the fish is a noun. Anything is a noun. If I say the table is broken. So when I say the table, the word table is a noun. Things like face mask. My face mask is clean. The word face mask is a noun. The ambulance is white. So the ambulance is a noun, or something like a thermometer. So anything, you could give anything as a name of a thing is a noun, like the book, the pencil, the bottle, all those are nouns, okay? So this lesson, we will just look at some nouns. Can we go to the next slide, please? Can you please put yourself on mute, everyone? Those who are not speaking, can you put yourself on mute? Thank you. Yeah, so we go to the next slide, please. We'll just look at some more nouns. Over to you, Sarah.
Thank you. Okay, Usha just explained to us what are nouns. And she said nouns can be places, names, dates, name of road, and so on. Now we will do a short exercise to find out the nouns in these sentences. So I would like those who are listening to me to take turns and help me find the nouns. The first sentence is, he is my friend from Mumbai. Pavitra, do you see any nouns in the sentence? He
Yes,
is my friend from Mumbai.
Mumbai.
Okay.
Friend is also a noun.
Very good. Very good. So we have two nouns in this sentence. It is friend and Mumbai. Thank you, Pavitra. I would like Subbu to talk to me now. The second sentence is, his father is talking to him. His father is talking to him. Do you think there are any nouns in this sentence? Subbu? Okay, if not Subbu, can I talk to Surya?
Sridhar,
Father,
you want to try?
father.
Father, very good. That is correct. The next sentence is, Mr. Tan is my manager. Do we have any nouns here?
Mr. Tan.
Very good. Even,
No.
even manager
Yes.
is a noun. Who was that who answered me?
Ganeshan, Bhakta Ganeshan.
Thank you, Mr. Ganeshan.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it's Mr. Tan and manager also are nouns. I'll go to the next sentence. I'm going to the office by bus. Anybody can pick out one or two nouns if there is?
Yeah, is the office and the bus.
Very good. Who's that?
Yes, Sridharan.
Hello, Mr. Sridharan. Thank you very much.
Yes,
You get full
yeah,
marks.
thank you.
Okay. You go to the next
Welcome.
sentence.
Thank
Anybody can feel free to answer. The next sentence is, I live in Jurong next to the MRT station. Do we have any nouns here? Anybody can answer.
The place, Jurong,
Yes,
MRT station.
that's right. That's absolutely right. So we go to the next sentence, which is, I came to Singapore in January 2018. Anybody wants to pick up the nouns here?
Singapore and January.
That's right. That's right. 2018. Yeah. Now, what is, I mean, I think you've understood the meaning of nouns. It is exactly what defines places, people, things, anything, whatever it is. The last one. I'm going to the supermarket to buy a face mask. Supermarket is one
Face
noun.
mask.
and
Face
face
mask.
mask. That's right. So, you know, you've already understood what nouns mean. That is very good. We still have a lot, you know, nouns is a very huge subject because there are different kinds of it. We will take you through it quickly. I'm sure you will get the hang of it. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide just shows the answers that each one of you just picked up. Just go through it. I'll just give a minute and then we can change the slide. Just take a minute to read it and see what it is, and then we'll move
So
on.
இப்போ நம்ம பார்த்தது வந்து just answer வந்து குயிக்கா நீங்க recollect பண்ணுங்க. நம்ம கரெக்ட்டா understand பண்ண மாட்டோம். Okay?
Thank you, Daniel. I think we can move on if you finish reading it. We can have the next slide. Thank you. Over to you, Usha.
Thank you, Sarah. Okay, we are looking at different types of nouns. So in this slide, we will look at singular and plural nouns. What is a singular noun? A singular noun means only one item, one person, or one place, or one animal, or one thing. Example, a monkey is eating a banana. A monkey means one monkey. It's a singular noun. If I say this classroom is open, it's one classroom, so it's a singular noun. One pencil is broken, so it's only one item. The word pencil, one, because it's only one pencil, it is a singular noun. Now, what if we want to say something, we want to write a sentence with more than one person or place or more than one animal or thing? We might want to say 4 monkeys are eating bananas. So it's more than one. So the word monkey, you put a S, right? You can see the word has got a S, monkeys. And if I want to say a sentence with more than one classroom is this classroom. If I want to say these classrooms, where there are 2 or 3 classrooms, these classrooms are open. I put a S at the end. These classrooms means more than one classroom. Or some pencils are broken. So more than one pencil, you put a S. We'll look at different ways of writing plural nouns. The simplest way is you put a S at the end. It means a plural noun. But that's not always the rule, and we'll look at that on the next slide. Thank you. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. Over to you, Sarah, please.
Thank you. So what Usha explained to you is how more than one noun is used and how spellings change. For example, 1 table, 2 tables. I will just read the list and you just follow me. Pay attention. Table, tables. Mango, mangoes. So that mangoes became ES. 1 mango, 2 mangoes. Number 3, friend. I have 1 friend in school. Geeta has 2 friends in school. So it's just an addition of S. So 1 friend and 2 friends. Potato, potatoes. Okay, see, mind the spelling. Cow, cows. leaf, leaves. F goes away and it becomes Leaves. Box, boxes. That box gets added with 2 words, which is 2 letters, which is ES. Life, lives. Bus, buses. Man, 1 man, 2 men. 1 lady, 2 ladies. 1 woman, 2 women. See the difference, okay? Toy, toys. Child becomes, more than one becomes children. Is that clear? Did you all understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Surya?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so that's how, I mean, it's actually when you speak and when you write, you understand there is a difference in singular and plural. That's what we're trying to explain to you, and how the spelling also changes. So if it's 1 bus, it becomes 3 buses. If it's 1 woman and we have more than 1 woman, they become 3 women. Or 10 women. 1 man, 10 men. 1 child, 5 children. 1 potato, 3 potatoes. That's easy. Yeah, we can get it. Okay, so that is what we are trying to explain, which is singular, that's 1, and plural. They are all nouns. Can we go to the next slide, please? Thank you.
Okay, this is a simple slide. We talk about nouns can be male and female when we are talking about persons. So nouns are names of persons, and here we have boy, female is girl, father, mother, son, daughter, grandfather, the female is grandmother. For uncle, the female is aunt. King, so the female, it will be queen. And for somebody who serves us food, the male is, the word is in English, waiter. But in the female person who serves food is called waitress. So sometimes we need to know for those persons, when we say the female, then we got to use the correct female noun. Okay, so these are some simple, commonly used male and female nouns. Okay, let's go to the next, please.
Okay, here, I mean, that was the end of grammar class for today. I mean, nouns, okay? We thought we will talk to you about nouns in present day terms as far as the situation we are living in. We're living in COVID times, right? All of us. So I thought we will write down a few vocabulary and they would be nouns. Could I have one person read the first word for me on the left?
Cough.
Anybody?
Cough.
Ganeshan? Yes?
Cough. Cold.
Cough. Yes. Cough, cold,
Fever.
fever, thermometer, temperature. These are all things related to COVID times, and they are all nouns. Yeah, I'm sure you know the meaning of all those words. We will just take you through familiar nouns that we use every day and we don't realize it. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, cough, cold, fever, thermometer, temperature. Thank you, Ganeshan. Over to you, Usha.
Thank you. Okay, so those were all, that list is a list of COVID symptoms. So let's look at some more COVID nouns or words that we often use in these days. Who would like to read the first word in the middle column?
Outbreak, epidemic, pandemic, measures, face mask.
Good. Very
Thank you.
good. Is that Surya?
Yeah. So,
Okay, thank you, Surya. So let's look at the meaning of outbreak. Outbreak means a sudden increase in a disease in a particular place. So when in 2019, there was no COVID in Singapore or anywhere, but there was an outbreak. We first heard of an outbreak in China. So there was suddenly a disease in a particular place, but it was only in that place, and we call it an outbreak when there's an increase of suddenly some disease in one place. But what is an epidemic? An epidemic is when that disease is affecting a large number of people in that community, which is going more than just one place. It's maybe a region, maybe a country, but so it's not just one city, but it's spread to that whole state, and it's gone to a few states. And then, like, we had an epidemic now in different states in India, in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, Kerala. So we say it's an epidemic in many places in that region, in that country. We call it an epidemic, a COVID epidemic in India. But what is a pandemic? The word pandemic, it means the epidemic has spread to many countries. It is a global problem. So when the disease spreads in many countries or globally, then it's across the country border. It's going to many countries, many continents in the world. Then we call it a pandemic. So outbreak, when it is in one place, it goes to a region, it's called epidemic. And when it goes across countries, many continents, the whole world, then there is a pandemic. So last year, the World Health Organization declared that COVID is a pandemic because it has spread in many countries globally. Okay, so these are common words that we see in our newspapers. These are all nouns. Measures. Measures is a word, and in this COVID context, measures means different actions that we take to achieve a purpose, to get something. We might have safety measures or social distancing measures or quarantine measures, some actions that the MOH has taken some measures to control the spread of COVID. Or my office has taken some measures to control the spread of COVID among the staff. And the last one, of course, is face mask. And that we didn't know what was face mask 2 years ago, but now everybody knows face mask, and we don't go out without a face mask, isn't it? Yeah, so it's something very common now. Everyone has a face mask. Okay, so these are some COVID nouns. All of these are different English words which are nouns. Okay, over to you, Sarah.
Yeah. Usha mentioned that there are measures in place in the situation that we are living now. What is the situation we are living now? It's COVID times. So the measures that we have in place is wearing a face mask and vaccination, going into quarantine, maintaining social distance, lockdown, transmission. So these are 5 words that are common, that is common, 5 nouns that is common in our times today. I'll just go through it. Vaccination, we know what that is. Quarantine, we know what quarantine is. Quarantine is a time when we isolate or separate ourselves if we've been away, just to make sure that we take care and we don't spread if we have the virus. It's just like going into a mini lockdown. Social distancing is, we know we have to maintain distance between people when we are in public. Lockdown is when a country goes into a lock mode for a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. We know Singapore was in a lockdown for a couple of months. Transmission, that is another noun which means how the disease is spread. So these are a couple of nouns that we just wanted to bring up with you all, so that when you read the paper or when you see these words, all these words are very familiar nouns to us in this country and anywhere else. So we just wanted to just take you through it. So I'll just quickly go through it. Cough, cold, fever, thermometer, temperature, outbreak, epidemic, pandemic, measures, face mask, vaccination, quarantine, social distancing, lockdown, and transmission. We'll go to the next slide, please. Over to you, Usha.
Thank you. Okay, on this slide, what we want to do is ask you to fill in the blank. There are 6 sentences and 6 words at the bottom. There are 6 words in yellow, right? So you have to put 1 word in 1 sentence. So the first sentence is, there was a COVID dash blank in Wuhan, China. I repeat, there was a COVID blank in Wuhan, China. Who would like to fill in the blank for this one?
Outbreak.
Oh, very good, Pavitra. There was a COVID outbreak in Wuhan, China. Very good. Okay. Can we mute yourself, please, if you're not speaking, and then if you have the answer, please unmute. Okay, second sentence.
Outbreakல என்னன்னு தெரியுதா? தமிழ்ல மீனிங் யாருக்கு வேணுமா? There was a COVID தீவிரமா பரவுறதா outbreak, okay? Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Okay, shall we continue? When the outbreak spread, it became an blank.
Pandemic.
Epidemic.
Epidemic, yes. When the outbreak spread, so usually the outbreak will become an epidemic in one country. Then only if it goes to multiple countries, it becomes something else. It becomes a pandemic, okay? So yes, so the answer is, when the outbreak spread, it became an epidemic.
எபிடெமிக்னா வந்து நிறைய பரவுறது, பெருவாரியாக பரவும் தொற்று நோய் தான் எபிடெமிக்.
Epidemic in one country, okay? Yeah, in one region, in one country. But pandemic is across countries in the whole world, all right? Yeah, thank you. So the next sentence, the WHO stands for World Health Organization. The WHO declared COVID a
Pandemic.
a pandemic? Very good. Who answered that?
Mr. Ganeshan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ganesh. Well done. Yeah, the WHO declared COVID a pandemic because it had spread to so many countries. So every country thinks only I got COVID. But then when the WHO declared COVID is a pandemic, then when we saw the news last year in 2020, everybody knows this is a global disease. It's become a global problem. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue. Sarah, please.
The city was under blank to limit the transmission of the virus.
Lockdown.
Lockdown. That's correct, Pavitra. The city was under lockdown to limit the transmission of the virus. Next one, newly arrived travelers have to undergo blank for 14 days.
Quarantine.
Very good, Mr. Ganeshan. Where is Mr. Subbu? Where is Mr. Sridharan? I would like them to. So, newly arrived travelers have to undergo quarantine for 14 days. Blank, protect people by preventing spread of the virus. Huh?
Cannot hear you.
Who was that? Okay, can somebody answer the last one? Blank.
Ma'am, one doubt.
Yeah.
That fourth point measure also can, no?
Where?
The city was under measure to limit the transmission of the virus.
No.
Cannot.
The city was under.
Face mask.
Sorry?
Lockdown.
Yes, the city, we can, if measure has to be used, we have to say the city took measures to limit the transmission of the virus.
Okay.
Measures is action.
Okay.
Understood, Surya? Thank
Okay,
you
okay.
for
Actually
asking
வந்து
that
இந்த இது
question.
தொற்று நோய் வந்து பரவாம லிமிட் பண்றதுக்கு கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றதுக்கு ஓகே ஸோ அதனால லாக்டவுன் போட்டு அது கண்ட்ரோல் ஆகும் இந்த தொற்று நோய் பரவாம இருக்கும் ஓகே
Yeah. Okay. Can somebody answer the last one? Dash protect people by preventing spread of the virus.
Face mask.
Yeah, that was the last one remaining. That is right. Exactly, Pavitra. So if we go to the next slide, we can actually see the blanks that have been filled with the right answers that each one of you gave. So we will just go to the next one. Next slide, please. Thank you. I would just like each one of you to read one sentence. If anybody can start off, that'll be nice. Just read one sentence, the whole thing, so that, you know, it kind of makes sense. Pavitra, you can start.
There was a COVID outbreak in Wuhan, China.
Thank you. Next one, please. Surya or Israel or Subbu.
When the outbreak spread, it became an epidemic.
Very good. Thank you.
The WHO declared COVID a pandemic.
Pandemic. Yeah. So you see the nouns that are being used. Yeah. Next, please. Ganeshan, you can read the next one too, if you can.
The city was under lockdown to limit transmission of the virus.
Yeah. Somebody else? Go ahead. Israel? Yeah, please. Sorry, Ken.
Newly arrived travelers have to undergo quarantine for 14 days.
Yes, thank you.
இஸ்ரேல் ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. இஸ்ரேல்
Yes, face masks protect
People.
for people for preventing
Yes, preventing spread
for passing
of the virus.
virus.
Yes, can you read that again, please?
Face masks
protect people.
Face masks protect people by
Preventing
spread for virus.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so you see the different nouns: outbreak, epidemic, pandemic, lockdown, quarantine, face mask. These are the different nouns that we've used in the sentence. We can go to the next slide, please.
It's lagging.
Jaren, next slide, please. Thank you.
Yeah, it's lagging. It will come. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, Usha, are you there?
Okay.
Yeah.
We are going to have a little conversation to practice our spoken English. Okay. So I'm going to ask a question and Sarah will give me the answer. Have you taken the COVID test, Sarah?
I have not taken the COVID test, Usha. Have you taken the COVID test?
Yes, I have taken the COVID test when I was in India, and before I came to Singapore, I took the COVID test. Okay, so the next question, Sarah, have you taken your COVID vaccination?
No, I have not yet taken my COVID vaccine. I'm waiting to register. What about you? Have you taken your COVID vaccination?
Yes, I have already taken my COVID vaccination.
Okay, was it painful?
No, not painful.
Okay, next slide, please.
There's a mistake on this slide. It should be, I'm waiting to register. So just take note.
It's okay.
I think we missed a 2. So please take note of that, class. Yeah. We have one more slide.
Yes, I think there's some network issues.
Yeah.
Okay. The whole reason, what we're trying to do is we have had a bit of conversation, we had grammar, and we had vocabulary in today's class. That is what we are trying to do. So let's go on with the next slide. How are you coping with COVID, Usha?
Oh, sometimes we feel lonely as we cannot go out and meet our friends.
Yeah, and we have to maintain social distancing.
Yes, we still have to be very careful.
Yeah, we have to be careful we have to wear a mask whenever we go out.
And we have to wash our hands often.
This is a difficult time for everyone. So let's be thankful for every blessing in our life.
Yes, let us be all thankful for every blessing in our lives.
Yeah. So that's about our class today. We have homework for all of you students. We have passed it on to our coordinator. It's very simple. It's on nouns and it's on a Google form. So please make sure that all of you, especially Mr. Ganeshan, Mr. Sridharan, Pavitra, Subbu, Surya, and Israel, please get the form, fill it out, do the work, and bring it over next week so that we can go through the answers and move to the next class. We hope to see all of you for class next week. I hope you enjoyed today's class.
Yes, thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
so yeah, sorry. So I have sent the form here, right? So